in the open qualifiers, that's the key to their success this match, I think.
Well, and speaking of keys, we have them keyed in, F5 ready to go. They've readied up. We are alive here going towards this mid. Max rolling out. I think he's going to be a little bit faster than his counterpart, Jarrett, but throwing out stickies towards Big Door right now. Turning in some damage as the bombs start to come forward. Huge bombs coming in from the Blue Soldiers. Not going to do too much damage so far, but Bear has Whoopi Goldberg right in his face, taken down. And he's got another one as well. Whoopi with the 3K on that mid. Huge plays from him. Big Chip showing much stronger in the initial mid fight, and that's absolutely massive.
Yeah, really fantastic positioning. This fight's not quite over yet. Shamu and Kryptonite with the high ground, but with the heals, Max and Sam should be able to just finish them off, play it slow, clump around the medic, and they are taking them down. Shamu to die, and surely Kryptonite going to fall as well. Yeah, very, very nicely played mid-fight there from Big Chips. They took great positioning, got a soldier down early, and they knew Kryptonite was behind. They just waited. They knew that the Velocity weren't going to go until Kryptonite was in position. They waited, picked him off immediately, and then completely rolled over the rest of them.
Well, now it makes you kind of wonder what the kind of confidence is feeling at for Velocity. They had a very long day yesterday. They started to struggle closer to the end, and now you've lost your opening mid-fight. That sets your tone for the entire game. Now you're holding last, and if it's a quick round, that could be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, let's not take out the fact this is Gully Wash last. This is not a particularly difficult last to push out of. If you get those frags, especially with the way the respawn times work on this map, it can be pretty hard for the attacking team if it's not a perfectly executed push.
Well, here we go. Uber's popped in onto Kawa, getting right into the sentry gun. That's taken out Whoopi Goldberg. Actually, we're the one getting that kill. They are trying to get some more frags on the point here. They've got a little bit of time. That's Ghostak and the other scout in there as well. And with a bunch of players alive on Velocity, Big Chips are still just going to cap it out.
Yeah, really nice work baiting the point there. Took a lot of attention from the combo out forward, and then I believe it was Sam ran around underneath and behind and got onto the cap. So very, very well executed push there.
Now, I mean, you really want to see a big Velocity kind of response into this one. We'll have to see what Jarrett can do. He's got to be the kind of the linchpin on this, see if he can churn out some huge damage. And he does connect a very early, nice sticky. Getting a couple in there, but the bombs are going to make it very difficult for him to kind of deal with. See how it's going to go. And Max picks off Kryptonite with a nice, well-placed sticky. Will they continue to get these kills, or will Pete and Sam manage to chime in? But no, it's all Max. 3K for him again. And this is huge plays from Big Chips on these mids.
Again, very clean from Big Chips. I'm really impressed with the way they've been playing these mids, constantly taking good high ground control, great denial of the roamer coming in from Velocity, and making sure that there's no real pressure coming onto them while they're still dishing out the damage.
Yeah, and I mean, this Gully pick is looking heartbreaking right now for Velocity. They need to get something going right. They need to hold this last.
The advantage
going down
here
2-0 in 3 minutes would be ridiculous.
Oh, and Shamu gets a frag onto sideways, so that's a great start for Velocity. And they still have that Uber, and they're going to move in with it. Both Ubers popped off. Pete will die, so just a one-for-one trade, and looking like Big Chips want to move forward with this.
Yeah, this is Kawa getting raided on Jarrett. That's going to be a free pick virtually. And now they've got a few more of them here. Velocity needs to start getting on the showstopper with a 2K. Is going to start to do things the right way. Kawa's still trying to brawl it out here, but taking some good damage from showstopper. That's a third kill from him. And they should be able to hold this for now, even though their health isn't that great.
Showstopper with some great rockets from down below. Just completely demolishing any Big Chips players that wanted to get onto that point. Massive solo play, saving the point for his team.
And we'll see if Velocity are going to get any kind of contestation on the second point. And it is sideways with Goldberg. Hiding, comes out, takes out both scouts. Goodbye, Shamu. Goodbye, Pete. And is he going to get the demo too? You bet he is.
Yeah, great work from sideways. Just waiting, biding his time perfectly. Could have maybe gone a little bit earlier and blocked the point, but again, 3 frags there for the 2. Recap, that's, yeah, Big Chips can be very happy with that. There is a solid Uber advantage here for Velocity moving in though, so they might want to try and take some ground early and not let Big Chips get too far forward in this river and lobby area, but we'll see how they want to play this.
Let's see if Velocity can kind of hold this, maintain it. It's definitely not going to be an easiest hold, but it's going to be something special.
And I think surely Velocity spotted that little play. I mean, just, yeah, they know now. Pyro coming in from behind, trying to blast the stickies off, not going to work. And just a trade, though. Showstopper did die as well.
Yeah, they are trying to throw themselves in here. It's not working out too well at all. And, oh, poor sneaky Pete. He runs out of cloak, rocks out shutter, and 3 people stare at him. The poor guy.
He did get out, though. He should be able to just switch off, surely. Max with a very nice pipe onto Shamu, staying alive on 27 health. That's going to be great for his team, making sure that Velocity aren't going to be able to push out. with a demo advantage. So we're just going to be seeing another little bit of a stalemate, probably some more stacks coming in when Shenmue spawns, possibly Kryptonite Bomb, could be some off-classing. We'll see. Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Yeah, so Uber Exchange popped right through lockers, and Ghost Axe going to be caught by Kryptonite. Couple players actually caught. Kawa taken out on the point. Big plays from Velocity to hold this, and now with 2 picks, they may elect to move forward, and that indeed they are.
Yeah, Velocity taking some strong river control, getting up to the high ground, going to be jumping towards this point, making sure that no one gets any kills. Max actually getting a nice sticking onto Pete there. Showstopper jumping in as well. Shouldn't get any frags here. It looks like Big Chip's getting out just in time. Yeah,
Showstopper's dealing with Sam. That's going to be a nice pipe from Jarrett to do the job. And they should be able to get second. But the bomb, Whoopi Goldberg. What is that? Picks off Shamu and Bear. That's a massive med pick from him.
Yeah, ridiculous stuff from Sideways right there. Showstopper surely going to go down as well. Nice direct from Kawa up on the high ground. Very, very solid work from her. And that's going to be, again, Big Chip's holding on to this. Bear dead. They should be moving right into last off this.
And that they are. They picked off Kryptonite, trying to throw 6 out the Pyro, though. Pete picks off Max. He's flaming down the medic as well. Can he catch up to Brule? Sets another flare gun on fire. The health is so low. Pete with the Pyro plays. What a play. Brule is down.
Where was Velocity?
Oh my god, he's getting a scout too. Pete with the 3K.
What were Big Chips doing? They knew that the medic was getting aggressed upon. I really don't know how Pete was on the medic for that long, but impressive from him and absolutely saving his team there, because Brule was on about 80%.
Well, and regardless of that, they've now dropped Ghostak and Sam. That means they have no scouts. Velocity running straight forward, not really worrying about that back cap threat because they don't need to. They should be able to grab second for relatively free.
Yeah, and with Brule going down so late there, I mean, Bear is going to be fully overcharged, ready to move in very, very soon, I'm sure. Ghostak's still down for another couple of seconds, so if they take this in right now, they will have a solid, a slight little window there. But taking their time and just wanting to make sure it's a solid push instead.
They are trying to posture out Big Door, starting to inch their way forward. Inch by inch, they bomb straight onto the point, trying to do a little bit of damage, and that's actually just going to be enough to force a lot of these players out. They are kind of condensed in choke. Sam's in trouble. Whoopi Goldberg going for a bomb. It's actually going to find Pete. That's a little bit sad. But despite that, Big Chips, I think, are going to have to fall back here.
Yeah, really nice actually there from Velocity, not even popping off their Uber. This has given Big Chips a lot of time to catch up, but if they, that's going to prevent any kind of leapfrog scenario. So you're going to have an Uber versus Uber fight coming into the second point.
Well, and Kryptonite tried to go bomb in, tried to get rid of Brule's Uber. Didn't manage to work out for him, and we should just be waiting for him to come back up.
Yep, I mean, Big Chips trying to get a little bit of spam on this front door, and actually they're going to move straight in with that.
Yeah, they're popping straight through. Ghostak onto the point. Uber comes out of Bear, and it's just going to be Alberto running away fast. Uber, I don't think is going to be able to get anything here, and we should just have a reset on this stalemate.
Yeah, no real pressure from either team over at Big Door. Both teams just really wanting to make sure neither of them can get in through that choke area. And we will just see a little bit of a reset, probably some more flank action coming around now that neither team actually has an Uber. Maybe we'll see what Froyo were doing yesterday and getting in behind. But I think, could this be a pause?
I think we have probably a technical pause coming in. We should have an update from someone at some point. But while this is the case, I do want to take a second here and just figure out where the crowd lies on this. Crowd, make some noise if you're a Big Chips fan. Make some noise if you're a Velocity fan. All right, it's about pretty 50-50.
I think Velocity had a few more, but I mean, honestly, Big Chips have been playing their hearts out today. They've gone right out of the gates. They won those first 2 mids in really strong fashion, and this round's gone a little bit back and forth, but they've had some really solid plays. And as I was saying, there's been great individual plays from Sideways, from Kawa, from Max, but Ghostak and Sam both making a lot of room for the rest of that team to be able to make these plays, I think, and that's really what I wanted to see out of them.
Well, and one thing that is kind of always amazed me about Sideways Whoopi Goldberg is the fact that his name is Sideways Whoopi Goldberg. What an alias. Someone once told me that TF2 players are the most creative and bizarre when it comes to some of the aliases, and I think Sideways Whoopi Goldberg has to live up to that one.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm feeling pretty lucky that it's pretty strict on the aliasing here, because I think I'd be struggling with I've definitely seen some of these NA players pulling out some wacky ones.
Oh, yeah. And, I am curious. We did hear just from the crowd there about, who they're supporting. I'm curious to see if that duel is going to continue. As this game goes on, are we going to see more people swing to the Big Chip side? Are we going to see more of them swing to Velocity? Or are we just going to hear people get loud and rowdy? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't heard any words on what the technical pause was for, unfortunately. Hopefully it won't be too long. Velocity, you know, they're having a lot more difficulty. I'm finding just for this match, and I think maybe they're just showing a little bit too much respect to Big Chips, not really putting the pressure on as much as they should be with their scout combo, which is so strong as we know.
Looks
not
like
abusing
we are
that
going
flank.
live though. I think we have the countdown from Shadow Puppet saying good. I don't know. What was that? That was weird. I just like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I saw a thumbs up as well, but yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Took a little bit of a hot second there to get them sorted, but we are good to go. Technical issues have been resolved, and we'll see what Velocity want to do with this. See how they feel. I think we should see them going big door. That's right, Showstopper's taking a lot of ground right now, moving around forward. Pete's kind of poking and prodding in behind her right now, just causing a little bit of a headache. And oh man, he just 2 shots down Sam. He could get the soldier too. Oh no, he's gonna go down to sideways. Whoopi Goldberg. But there is a soldier there who might be able to trade that. That could be a nice little advantage there.
Yeah, really nice work. Just splitting up the fight on Gully Wash when there's no Ubers to speak of can work really, really well in your favor, because if you win those fights in lobby, you can pinch so easily on the other team. And didn't work out for them, but I think absolutely the right move to go for.
Well, and now Sam is back up, just almost near a rocket there, kind of running out of spawn. It's just like, oh, okay, that would be nice.
But both teams have gotten their Uber now, so they will probably be playing a little bit more cautious, potentially. But Kryptonite in behind, nice rockets onto sideways, so taking him down, that should give Velocity a really solid chance to get some ground around this big door area.
Yeah, that completely opens up the pincer, as you mentioned, and it looks like Showstopper's ready to start moving on with that. However, I think a few of the Big Chip players might be going up around choke there. So this is just kind of the reverse push, and now we have the Ubers popped out, exchange coming in. Showstopper needs to start hitting some of these rockets. There are tons of un-Ubered players, and he seems to be lost trying to find one. No one has died yet. Finally, Shamu picks off Max. That's a big demo pick right now, and the kills are going Velocity's way. Calwick chimes in with a couple onto the scout, though. See where it breaks down, but it looks like Velocity are going to take this point unless this big hero bomb can do anything. No, Jarrett picks him off with the nice pipe.
Jarrett played very, very well there. He hung back for so long in that Uber. It was great Uber exchange from both teams, but he hung back right until the very, very tail end of that. Caught Max looking at the combo of Velocity, totally demolished him and cleaned up the frags with the rest of his team.
And now we finally have a chance where we get to see what Velocity are going to do as they get set to push last. They had that very nice hold earlier. See if they can convert this round going coast to coast.
Yeah, I mean, both teams again do have the supercharge, so we might potentially see some slower play from Velocity, like getting the sentry down nice and early, not having to worry about that when they actually want to pop in. And that actually could give them the opportunity to just go as soon as they get it.
Yeah, I mean, they could just be waiting to like bomb Kryptonite in as well, see if you can just get a little bit of pressure there, a bit of a distraction to see if they can kind of force something out. I'd like to see them move Kryptonite, but they may elect to just push.
Yeah,
we'll see.
They are playing pretty slow, I feel like, with that sentry kill, and I mean, Big Chips did move off that engineer after realizing that they're not going to be able to get it up in time. So, you know, playing it slow, we might see a bomb coming in from Velocity, and you see Pete getting into possession, and he gets it!
Stinky Pete dropping Brûlé. That is an absolute massive play. Here comes the Uber, pops straight through. Showstopper finds a kill. They're capping the point, and that's going to be a round for Velocity.
Yeah, as you said, they call him Sneaky Pete for a reason. He didn't have many spy plays that seemed to work out for him yesterday. 1 for 1 right now, I believe it is. That was technically 1 for 2. The first one, he got spotted. He managed to get out fine. This one, fantastic work from him. And Ghost, Big Chip, sorry, not prepared for that. They did not expect him to be coming around behind.
No, but you always have to be prepared when you are playing Sneaky Pete. And now we'll see if he can continue that momentum straight into this mid, or will it be another Big Chips mid. What a bomb from Kryptonite right here. Picks up Brûlé and Ghost stack. Kryptonite going huge.
Yeah, and Carl is getting taken down really low as well. Max finished off only sideways and Sam left alive. This is going to be a full 6-man wipe potentially here for Big Chips. So Velocity very strong. As I said, they should be taking their aggression into Big Chips' faces, showing them a bit too much respect on previous mids, and really, really nice work, not letting them get that high ground control. The double soldier bomb in from Kryptonite and Showstopper doing so much damage.
Hold on though, Sam is raiding on the medic, trying to get the kill, but a great job protecting him by Shamu and Kryptonite. It's part of why Bear is so hard to kill. His team plays so well around him.
Yeah, and now Velocity capping up that second point and going to be moving into last very, very soon, I'd imagine, with that full Uber charge ready, just getting everyone buffed up and in position.
Yeah, we'll see where they elect to take this push. See how they want to do it. It looks like they want to come straight in through lockers, getting right in the face of a Pyro. And Showstopper got kind of killed by the demo, but it doesn't matter. Jarrett's come in with a quick kill, a couple quick responses, but Max is not going away. He is reigning in death right now. 3 versus 3. Shamu gets a pick onto the demo. It's just a scout and a medic. Ghostak, how long can he hold out here? Is he going to win this 1v1 with Shamu? Can't even do it. Shamu stepped on the point. They need to force him off, and that's not going to be the case. Velocity win another round.
Yeah, very nice. Tail end of that fight there from Velocity. Losing Showstopper early was not good for them. They couldn't really get much ground on their Uber, but they were able to win out the slow 1v1s, playing around their medic, playing around their heals, and slowly whittling down the players on big chips. So very nice patient play on that push, and it worked out for them.
Now another big mid. We'll see. I mean, do you think Big Chips are going to come back with that big mid wins they've had before? And oh my, did Max just eat a Rap Assassin to the face to open off that mid fight? You bet he did. Pete with the shenanigans, and Showstopper getting in, takes down the demo. That's not the way Big Chips wanted to start this mid, and they are all penned in here. And that's going to be Kryptonite getting in, but the soft Brûlée, the soft crossbow combo gets the kill. What a play from Femme Brûlée.
And Brûlée's actually going to get out alive as well. We do have potential chase, but I think she's way out in time. Going to have that protection, so no worries for her there. And Shamu finishing off Sam. So yeah, really solid, really solid mid there, really from Velocity. Again, Kryptonite and Showstopper doing so much work together. And as you said, that Rap Assassin to the face certainly didn't help out Max's mid.
You know, you gotta love the little gimmicks, right?
Yeah, that's not something I'm personally used to. I haven't seen the Rap Assassin much at all in Australia, but I haven't watched that much recently. And yeah, Velocity going to be moving in pretty soon, potentially. It is full Ubers for both teams. Maybe we'll see some kind of sack for an off-class, but they've been pretty content to just take these fights, especially when they've been able to spam down any kind of sentries or anything early. Well,
and Kryptonite is bombing straight forward. Can't get the force, though. Pete's in there as well. Didn't work out. I like the effort with the 2-man, but Ghostak is too strong.
Yeah, double-man stack. This could open up a bit of time for Big Chip to move forward. They're taking lots of good ground here in this lobby area, moving out.
Sam tried to run through Jarrett, and you're not going to do that. His pipes are crisp today, man. He is fragging out and looking absolutely dominant.
Yeah, there was absolutely no harm in Sam making that play. The spawns in Gully Wash work so well that for the defending team, if you get picks like that, it's basically you can throw your life away for free, try to get that force, and you'll be back up in time anyway if the other team decides to try and push off that advantage.
Jarrett was having a little bit of a struggle there, trying to clear those stickies and Shutter. You know, gotta feel good for him, though. We'll see where they go. Kryptonite's very close to River. They may want to go that way, but there is a scout who is spotted under the point. We'll see whether or not he works to do anything. Actually gets on the point. He's just capping it. Finally stopped by Kawa, but that's a lot of cap time right now. See if that sets Velocity up for any kind of shenanigans.
I would have liked that if Velocity had actually taken that fight forward. Pete got so much time on the point that Big Chips had to fall back really far, and if they decided to follow that up with the rest of their team, they really could have completely collapsed on them, but didn't want to do that. And now they did pick up Sam, so this could potentially give them an opportunity.
Well, Showstopper's trying to press the issue, but Max is going to hit a nice pipe onto him. That's going to slow things down. Sam may be down, but you're not going to go without your pocket Showstopper.
No, so again, some more stalemating. No one really looking to off-class at this point. Everyone's happy to just stay on the main classes, and Big Chip's looking for an aggressive play here.
Yeah, Uber's popped up onto Kawa, trying to press some form of a kill in. But really, everybody's just done a good job of kiting these Ubers, and I think they're going to have to fall back to the last and reset.
Yeah, Showstopper did a good job of juggling that scout there. I think Velocity wanted to try to use that Uber to jump over Big Chips and get a bit of pressure behind them to allow the rest of the team to move in, maybe through lobby. But again, Showstopper juggling, keeping that Uber at bay, and Velocity moving in with Pete on Sniper, but Max spots him, shuts him down, not a single shot fired off.
Yeah, did max damage with that sticky and just got him absolutely annihilated. Now they're actually pressing off of that as Kawa picks off Kryptonite, rocking the shotgun. Gotta love it. See if they can continue to make it work. Kawa doing all kinds of damage right now. No frags are really coming in. Velocity have lost a lot of ground.
Yeah, and here comes a nice move in from Kawa, just getting onto that high ground, forcing those plays back. Max gets a frag onto Pete as well. That's going to force Velocity to move all the way back to that mid-point. They had that Uber, but they couldn't use it. They felt that with that player disadvantage that they had and the positioning disadvantage, there was no way they were going to be able to use it effectively.
Yeah, I feel bad for Pete. He tried to go for the back cap, got caught out. And now look at this Uber. It's gone underneath the point. I feel like they popped really early, though. And I don't think it's going to work out for them, except for Kawa picking off Jarrett. Should find another scout there too. Kawa's been on a roll, and so has Ghostak, and they've actually won this mid.
Yeah, really, really disastrous start. Losing Max straight away. Pete's actually in on the medic. He'll get them. Sam Brule going down. Can he win this 1v1 as well? Sending out that pistol won't finish it off, but he's done his work. Amazing work from him. Yeah, Max dying really early, but Kawa with a nice trade onto Jarrett. And I think it was a ridiculous air shot she hit. But really, Big Chips just flooding that point really aggressively, finishing off, doing so much damage to Velocity, getting really good focus fire down onto them.
Well, the advantage of that peak play is it delayed, so the forward spawns managed to get in, and now they are onto this mid. We have a fight coming in. The point is so close to being capped, but I think Big Chips are going to be able to hang on. That's so close.
Yeah, and both teams do, well, actually, it looks like Big Chips are getting pretty far forward here, recognizing that Velocity are pretty much all stacked up towards this second point. No one in behind, so they're going to get lobby for free, and this opens up the high ground and opens it up for a really good collapse here, but Sideways going down will kind of put a damper on that.
They're capping mid because of it. They killed the one player that was sitting there, so they steal mid away from Big Chips, and now they're in a very awkward situation.
Yeah, Max going down, Jarrett getting a fair bit of damage out. Velocity looking to back cap again.
They're back capping second, they keep going. I think they might get this. This is going to be so close. Which way is it going to go, and they get it? There's two players on last. Sideways will be Goldberg and Sam. They need to go huge. It's a Pyro, but the Uber is here, so they're just mulching them. The players are coming back, but Max spawns and will get that. I don't think Velocity are going to win this as Brule pops her Uber just to delay. Unbelievable.
Bear just lost the Uber on Shamu for a quarter of a second. That was just enough for Max to finish him off. I feel like if he hadn't done that, it would have been round for Velocity, 100%.
But there is a showstopper lurking. He's trying to go for this back cap. There's a scout coming in. He's doing a good job stuffing, but he'll be taken out. Show not meant to be.
Yeah, no pain train there for showstopper. Obviously playing that pocket role. If he'd had that, would have been a cap 100%. So Big Chips just having the players back there in time, but that one times cap can be a little bit slow on Gully Wash. Lucky for them.
Well, it worked out, and it looks like it's working out even better as they have taken mid. Very little contention coming in there. So they will just be able to roll in. They still have that Uber advantage. It's about 50% ad right now for Big Chips, so they can try and tie this game up. Yeah, the big advantage of Velocity moving their combo in so aggressively for Big Chips is that them killing Bear, Brule was never really at any risk of dying, so them killing Bear gave her a massive Uber advantage, and they'll be using that coming into the second point pretty much right about now. Yeah, they have a walk through the door. They spot the soldier up on high. Have not popped this Uber yet. Still getting a lot of ground onto second for free without having to pop, and the bomb coming in. Whoopi Goldberg picks off Bear, and Shamu is dead as well. This is absolutely brilliant for Big Chips. They've killed so many players right now, but they need to keep Brule alive. All the players are going to be running in for that. Pete doesn't get it. Ghostak's on an 11K right now. He is just fragging out.
And yeah, they do actually force the Uber F though. Velocity, nice constant aggression onto the Big Chip side, making sure that that Brule, was getting, just having to dodge everywhere. Couldn't dodge enough basically with the amount of players that were just constantly flooding in, trying to take that Uber away from them. And I think Kawa was quite low as well, so she couldn't really contest that point either and take that high ground. So, and I believe also, I think it was Jarrett killed Max very early on from that high ground, which pretty much stopped any chance of Big Chips preventing the players from even coming out.
Yeah, so we are in a situation where we're at pretty close to even Ubers. We'll see how Big Chips want to do this. There's 9 minutes left on the clock. This is a best of one. So the loser of this is gone. They're out of rewind. There's so much to play for. It's a chance at their share of a 16K prize pot. And it's a one-round game right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Gully Wash, it can be a little bit difficult to push off, and even with that, even if you've got an Uber advantage, the way the off classes work on Gully, everything's really effective. You've got your Engineer, you've got your Pyro, you've got your Heavy. It's such close quarters that there aren't many off classes that don't work on this map.
Sam on the point is going to get taken out. Whoopi Goldberg down too. So that is 2 picks in the defense for Velocity, and I think Big Chips are going to have to back out as the push is coming forward, but a trap gets Kryptonite. That might stunt this.
Yeah, and he's actually gotten really unlucky on the spawn wave there. So it'll be another, quite a while here for Velocity. They're going to be hoping to try and stall this out for as long as they can. Again, as you said, best of one. They are up 2-1. They'd be happy to just sit here for as long as they can, potentially, and not let Big Chips get any kind of room or sightlines on them to be able to take any picks. And Sam's actually been spotted out on that spy, tried to walk in, and yeah, not the off classes. That time it didn't work out. He was going for a sneaky peek play, couldn't quite find it himself.
Sam has got to be so confused. I don't think he has any idea who saw him. He just started to get shot at and got annihilated. And now the Ubers are being popped out, exchanged right now in lockers. No one has died. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a push right now, unless Velocity get caught overextending.
Yeah, and Pete's actually at spawn, killing the teleporter that Sam was trying to set up. Sideways goes down as well. And this is going to be a push out now for Velocity.
Pete has just uncloaked. He is just revolvering. That's all he can do right now. He's playing his main, though, and we'll see if it works out. Sam's on 1 HP. Shamu will win that fight. It's going to be Velocity out to their second.
Great aggressive push out there from Velocity. Even with the spy, Pete was actually spawn camping Sam, not letting him get out there, and Velocity with that extra pick, allowing them to move out in that second point, knowing that there was going to be only 4 players for Big Chips able to defend.
They are still trying to press this issue. They have gotten mid. They're trying to move through the second point. See Velocity looking very good as they're pushing back here. They've had a very good response to the inches that are being given to them by Big Chips right now. Yeah, again, Velocity just so experienced. They know exactly what advantages that they can take and move forward with, and we'll be seeing them onto this second point here. Will be interesting to see the way they take it. It is even Ubers, but I'm willing to bet that they're going to try and work that big door again, because it's been working out really well for them. Just forcing the fight to get really split up, trying to take those 1v1s, 2v1s even in lobby, and making sure that they can get that control and high ground so that Big Chips have much less room to work with defending the second point. Well, they do know that there's a player in behind for them causing an issue. That's because there's a couple in big doors, Shamu and Showstopper there. Pete's up above. So this is a very awkward situation right now for Big Chips, as they're just trying to deal with a team that is wrapping them kind of on both sides. As the pressure starts to get applied to your Velocity, you're going to have a nice window. Yeah, Velocity very well positioned here, just waiting for one player on Big Chips to overextend a little bit. If they can get any kind of damage that they can commit onto, they will go. If anyone just steps too far, toes the line, maybe thinks, oh, that player's out of position, I can take this 1v1, Velocity will be ready to pounce. On pounce they are. There is the overextension. Kawa taken out. Showstopper is going to force the Uber with the shotgun. They found another kill onto Sam. This is looking very good for Velocity. There's still a scout caught out here. The Uber's flashed onto him, but Show might be able to win this with the shotgun. They do. They kill everybody. It's a full wipe. Yeah, and they're going to be moving right on to last with this. There is no way Big Chips are going to be able to spawn in time. We've got Kawa and Sam, but here we go. The Velocity are already spawn camping them. We've got Shamu on the point, and that's going to be 3-1 for Velocity. Beautiful play from them. The collapse was so crisp, so pristine, picking off those players trying to fall back, winning that second point, winning that last, and now with 5 minutes left, they have a 2-round cushion. Big Chips need to go huge right now. Yeah, Kawa going down at the beginning of that fight, getting dropped, I believe, by Brule. I don't think she'd even pop the Uber off, was massive for Velocity winning that point. Well, now this could be it for Big Chips. What are they going to do on this mid? They're going aggressive. Bombs coming forward right now, putting pressure in. Ghost Axe found a kill onto Showstopper. Another one there. Whoopi Goldberg with a nice air shot onto Shamu. But Kryptonite and Jarrett have responded so well. That is a lot of kills, and it's just Sam alive. Yeah, massive mid there from Velocity. Big Chips actually had the early positioning. They played around the middle of the point, getting lots of high ground, lots of spam. I believe Sam and Ghostak absolutely demolished, I think it might have been Showstopper very early on, but Kryptonite doing so much damage, everyone on Velocity collapsing in on Big Chips just after they moved off that middle point. And yeah, there's so much splash damage, so much chaos. Big Chips weren't able to find a target to focus, whereas Velocity were just able to angle all their spam into the one area. Oh, and Jarrett picks off Ghostak with the stickies. They should be able to get second here. Showstopper winning the shotgun 1v1. They've pushed Big Chips back to last right now, and they're still going for it, picking off Kawa. These players are hemorrhaging right now, just bleeding perpetually. And now that leaves Velocity in a very good situation. They do drop Pete. Max with a nice pipe there, but Showstopper is still rolling forward. Velocity, they can feel it. They sense the jugular, and Showstopper picking off everybody. It's just Sam, and he's dead. That's 4-1. Velocity look like they are going to eliminate Big Chips and keep themselves alive. That's the Velocity that I think everyone was expecting to see coming into this match. Those first two rounds, they looked quite shaky, a little bit tentative, a little bit hesitant, and now they are just using their raw skill, the coordination that they have as a team from playing together for so long, and it's working out much better for them. And I mean, Big Chicks, you'd like to see them get a response in here of some form. Velocity of just taking over these mids, and they're just shoving it down their throats right now. Max with a nice pipe there onto Showstopper is going to keep this a little bit interesting. See where it goes. Whoopi, another kill onto Pete. It looks like it might be too late, but Big Chips have had a fairly solid response here. Bear will get out, though.
Yeah, Big Chips playing a much more patient mid than they had previously. They're, again, kind of like those initial mids that they won. They're making sure that they're not letting any roamers, any bombs coming in from Velocity ruin their fight, and taking it slow, just using their positioning to work their way forward and not get caught out.
You know timing is a bit better than I do, but is there actually time for this? Do they have a chance here, I think, to potentially get in?
Gully Wash is actually one of the best maps for rolling forward. The points are quite close together, so if they roll the next mid and the mid after, there could potentially be a chance. And
oh,
Max!
What a pipe! He goes down, but what a beautiful shot from him. Kryptonite trying to press the issue, trying to delay as long as they can. They know every second that ticks off makes it less and less possible for Big Chips, but they're right on the point. Shamu showing the heavy in there, throwing it down, and he's going to find a kill. The Ubers exchange. Who will win this fight? It looks like it's going to be Velocity. They pushed back Big Chips.
Yeah, and actually that really came down to Max dying there. It was a great pipe, but him dying means no forward spam pressure and area denial for that last push. I like the idea, you know, the under river heavy strat, but it doesn't work if you don't have that backup damage from a demo.
I'm not sure what Sam was doing, but that was beautiful, just juking around with the Boston Basher. Big Chips still want to try and make this, you know, get the feel good round, win one more. Jarrett going for the bottle, hitting him up. 3. Oh, he does get it. Calwas didn't stand a chance. The taunt coming in. Big plays, but it is going to be a round for Big Chips. 1 minute left on the clock, 2 rounds to go. Not doable. Crowd, please show your love for Big Chips. They put in a great fight, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Velocity Esports moving on. Yeah,
as you said, Big Chips put in a great fight. Early on, we're playing very, very well. Velocity outclassing them towards the latter end of this matchup, but really, you have to give it to them. Everyone on Big Chips played their heart out. They were doing the things that they really needed to improve on from that first day as a team, but we do have one final mid-fight for us.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what memes kind of come out here. It feels like one of those mids that it might be the case. Yeah, there's a heavy to mid. Shamu is saying, no fun for you, shoving the heavy right through him. And Pete on Sniper, just because why not? He's going to hit a nice headshot onto Bruflé. And this is just like the most demoralizing ending for Big Chips. You're losing a mid even when they're memeing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were inherently trying as hard as they could have been either. They recognized that it was done. They had a great time, but they had a really solid tournament. Yeah, I mean, they definitely played some really great games on that first day, the Friday, the Open tournament, and really, I'm sure they're very happy they got to have some great time on stage. Had some really impressive frags from everyone. Going to have some more melee attempts. Not going to happen. And there it is, the 4-2 final score. Velocity coming out on top.
Yeah.